Okay friends, to get started on our headlamp assemblies, first we need to have the hood up. Once we've done that, we have clear view of our access bolts right here. Let's remove the pair. So now if you were to follow the headlight seam all the way to the edge along here, you could take a nice plastic trim tool, come in between your fender itself and the headlamp assembly, push it in, and then separate the two. Let's carefully draw this away from the vehicle. At this point, you can see your bulbs and everything in the back. Just go ahead and twist these. Set that one there. There it is, friends. All right, so here's a look at our brand new headlamp assembly here. Something I want to point out is this area right along here. That's for adjustment. If you were to look at the front, you can see a little hole right there. If you use a little T-bit or a Torx bit, number 15, you'll be able to adjust this. Let's go ahead and install our headlamp assembly here. Firstly, by installing our bulb. We'll do the other bulb right over here. Make sure they're both locked in. Okay, so now let's carefully slide this in. I'm going to line up the pitons with the little holes inside the fender there. There we are. Give it a loving bonk. Okay. That looks pretty decent. My holes are lined up. Start and bolt the bolts and snug them up. Okay, it's nice and tight. Make sure it's seated all the way around. This looks great. Let's give this a quick test. That's good. High beams, perfect. And of course the directional. This all looks awesome. But we know that the headlight works perfectly. It's going to be time to align it. The alignment hole's right there, and you're going to want to use a tool that looks like this. Come right in there, turn to the left, turn to the right, whichever way you need to go to aim your beam where it needs to aim. This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.